let us measure the two specimens' length, width, and height. Then we can find the volume. These are rectangular parallel pipe heads. They're squares, and then they have a certain length. So to find the volume, we have to multiply all the sides together, correct? It's a square, so you multiply the length times the width and then times the height. So we're going to measure it using this weird looking silver thing in front of you. It's called a vernier caliper. There's several types of these. This one measures to 0.1 millimeters. So it's got two scales, the top and the bottom. The top is in inches and the bottom is in centimeters. So what we want to do is focus on the bottom scale here. And it's got a scale up there, but we're looking at these 10 lines right here. So first of all, I have to measure the length of something. So let's try the iron first. So the element iron. There we go. So what I've done is I've just measured that length, or we can call it the height, I guess. Oh, by the way, if you wonder what these things are for, these are things if you have a hollow pipe. If you want to measure the diameter of a hollow pipe, what you do is you put these little things inside the pipe and then move it outward like that, and then you can measure the diameter of a hollow pipe. We, of course, are not measuring hollow pipes. We are measuring these solid thingies. So I'm just going to, well, you just kind of roll this little wheel until it hits the sides. All right, so let's actually see if I can get really close up there. Now we have 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. So what you want to do first is look at the first line right here. It's between 4 and 5 centimeters. So our first digit is going to be 4. I'm actually not left-handed, but for the sake of this, I'm just going to write left-handed for a little while. So we've got 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. The first line is between 4.4 and 4.5. So our second digit is 4.4 centimeters. And then we have to find the third digit. To find the third digit, we look at the bottom lines to see and count how many it takes to line up. So first of all, it looks like that one lines up exactly with the line above it, and these don't. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7, right? So that's 7. So our measurement is 4.47 centimeters. That's a 7. And that's equal to 0.0447 meters. So you want to change everything into meters. So now what we're going to do is measure the width and the square part. So again, they may not be exactly, squares. So I'm going to measure this part right here. You notice it already has a slight line going across it. So I'm measuring that part first, and then I'm going to go by and measure the other dimension. So again, let's get this really close. So this is between 1 and 2. So our first digit is going to be 1. Our second digit is, 1, 2. It's between 1.2 and 1.3. So our second digit is 2. And then we have to go look to see which line lines up with the one right above it. Looks like this one right here, the 8th line. So it'd be 1.28 centimeters or 0.0128 meters. So we have one more dimension, and then, so I measured that dimension. I'm going to turn it over and measure this one. And again, we're assuming it's going to be very similar, but you never know. I found slight differences. So yeah, so it's 1.2, and it actually does look like it's the same, 1.28. So again, I have 1.28 centimeters. So we have 3 dimensions, 1, 2, and 3. To figure out the volume of this, we have to multiply all 3 of them together, correct? So you do that, And in the next video, we will measure the aluminum cylinder.